new to the channel, this is my 5th time recording an intro for this one story time because I've had problems with alliteration and breakdown. Help me, Lord. Okay, so, you know who I am. Please subscribe and whatever. This is story time, part 1 of the bitch named Jay. There will be a lot of cursing. I'm going to tell you this now. She just likes, when people talk about her, I haven't had anybody talk about her recently, but guarantee somebody's going to ask me about her after this video is done, and I'm going to be like, did you not watch the red flags video? Guarantee. But, Jay was this fucking cuss warning, this fucking bitch that did not care whatever I did. She just wanted me to go along with whatever. And there were a load of red flags that fucking went down. But I'm just going to tell you about, 6, because those are the only ones that I feel comfortable sharing. The last one, she just fucking violated me. So that's something that I'm going to be talking about, because she violated me in a way that it was sexual harassment. And I didn't tell anybody about this. I still haven't told anybody about this, so this is my first time coming out about it. My family doesn't know, my friends don't know, but hey, so they're knowing now. Jay, if you're watching this and you know who you are, fuck you. I'm flipping the bird, fuck you. Okay, bye. So first red flag, she hated all of my friends, no matter who they were, no matter what they did. She did not like them if she didn't know them. It's all my friends besides her were off limits, and it was she didn't like all. So this was the first red flag that went up, and it will go up the top. Oh, it's okay. She's just jealous. All people are jealous, you know. So days later, from our whole debacle with jealousy, this was 2 weeks in the school year that all this shit went down. This was the first 3 fights went down in the first years, in the first weeks of school. So it was the first month or 2 of school that all this shit went down. So first the red flag were in the school. And so the second red flag was, I'm going to start with a conversation that we had that I remember almost keenly. Hey, who's your crush? Rando, who's your crush? Now, I wasn't paying attention at the time, so I didn't hear. She snapped in front of me, and she went, Rando, who is your crush? I looked at her and said, I like Katie, but I think W is pretty cool too. And she said, oh, you're totally going with W. You gotta ask him out. And I said, why? I think I like K better. K tried to be a douche. W, I'm sorry. I think you're the brother. I'm sorry that I did all this. That was basically Jay just being oh no, you need to ask him out. You need to do this and do that. She was very fluent, and I didn't realize at the time, so I'm very sorry that I did all this stuff. And I now see you as a brother, so yeah. First, I don't know what to identify as anymore. I'm very spaced out. So. Okay, so all that went down, and shit was about to get real. She had insulted my best friend, Shai. Shai is my sister now. We are very, very close. I do a lot of stuff with my new friends too. That are I never would have done this with Jay because of all the shit she put me through. If she was not my friend, I would have freaking breakdown every day of the week. Luckily, I'm probably just going to get a breakdown in a few making this video, which I already have. God help me, I'm pathetic. Okay, so Jay wanted me. Jay fucking insulted Shy, my very close friend Shy. I was done with her shit. I told her, "You're going to insult my friend, and you're going to stop being friends with me." She was like, "No, no, no, no. I swear I'll stop," and all this shit. And I believed her. I fucking believed her. She told me all this shit about how we would be good friends for the rest of our lives and all this. And God, you can hear the patheticness in my voice. Back to the frickin'. I'm re-recording this in KindMaster because I need to make sure that I don't have to wait forever for this to download because it's going to take forever and I'm just re-recording it in frickin' the recorder. Back to the thingy. And it was bullshit. I'm crying, sorry. Oh, God. I'm sorry I'm crying. This shit is me remembering it's kind of doing stuff. So, she was a bitch. She did all this stuff to me. She insulted my friend. It was like, I was done with her for the week. I yelled at her, and I was like, I am done talking to you for the week. And I did not talk about this to Shy. At least I don't remember talking about it to Shy. Shy, if you watch this, and I did talk about it with you, please tell me, because I need to make sure that you have that side of the story in case I need it or something. So, she said something about how Shy was this fucked up, psychotic piece of shit, and I lost it. I yelled at her and I screamed, "You can do whatever you want to me, but the moment my other friends get involved, we are fucking done." And she looked at me and she looked like she was about to cry. She said, "No, no, no, that's not what I meant by it. I'm just jealous of her because you talk all about her, you never talk about me." And I looked at her and I gave her the look of, "Do I look like I give?" No, 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 no. I gave her that look, but like, fuck you. And I said, "Oh, give me a sec." And I started rummaging through my backpack. She looked at me and she said, "What are you doing? What are you looking for?" And I said, "Oh, I'm looking for where I asked for your..." No, I'm trying to remember this. Okay, so I looked at her and I said, "Oh, I'm trying to remember where I left the fucks I would give about this." She looked at me like she was just stabbed 37 times in the chest. She looked at me like I just shot her puppy. And I give her the look of, "Do I look like I give it?" She shut up real quick. She left me alone. And it wasn't one of my proudest moments. But it was. Even though it wasn't, it was. It was one of those moments I was like, "You fucking talk about her, I'm gonna fucking break you, bitch." And it was like, okay, yeah, that happened. So, I am now going to talk about how she sexually harassed me. So, if you would like to, if you're squeamish or you don't... Actually, technically, I didn't talk about how she sexually harassed me. I kind of just avoided that topic, and it was like, even though I said I was going to talk about it, I really didn't. So it was like me avoiding the topic for a good few minutes, and it was kind of funny, but it wasn't, it's kind of just pathetic. Sure, you don't like this topic, you can leave. This was basically it. You can skip to the outro or whatever, because I might talk about something back there that I forgot talking about up here. I'm just going to summarize what I said. I talked about how I'm doing now, and it was like, I'm doing really good now, stuff like that. I didn't really do an outro because I suck at life, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna make an outro. So it was basically just me talking about how my life has changed and how I'm feeling better and stuff, and I wish I could talk about this kind of stuff with people, but I just can't, and all this kind of stuff. And I talked about how I think of W as a sibling, how I think of Shy as a sibling, how I think of all my new friends that I've made from this. Fuck me. So yeah, I literally just talked about how I am now and how I have all these friends that I care about a lot. I talked about Hazel, which Hazel, shout out to you because you've been a really good friend to me and you've listened to a lot of my very crazy shit, and shout out to everybody who listens to me be self-deprecating and helps cheer me up in all this, because you make my life a whole lot better, and I hope you know I care a lot about you. And I'm crying. I'm going to go because that is literally all this was, because the ending of it was just like me talking about, like, avoiding the topic of what I said I was going to talk about, and then I never did. So, goodbye, good night, whatever. Have a nice life. See ya.